Hello everybody, this is Saint Gamer, and we're going to be continuing our Stellaris playthrough today. So we're 6 months into the year 2220, and we're playing the Terran Alliance. I need to turn this music down. Okay. And then we're playing the Terran Alliance in a 1,000-star galaxy with 4 spirals, so should be pretty fun. This is also Iron Man mode, so you can see I can't save it, so everything that happens is going to end up happening. Let's go ahead and get started. That's what this guy... Okay.
Science Division report success.
I always take a second just to remind myself where everything is when I get started.
Science Division report success.
Our sprawl's pretty high so far. I'm going to want to work on that. So here I have the option to get a new kind of ship, better armor, or better missiles. I'm still stuck with the level 1 armor right now. Getting the level 2 armor would help my ships to survive a lot longer. So I'm going to go for that, especially since this is going to take me 41 months, and the other 2 upgrades would take me 65 months. Or the more than 5 years, whereas the other one I can get in about 3.5.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough. Construction complete.
More research speed is always nice to get. I'm not building any new colonies at the moment. I could build one there, but let's go with combat rules instead of the colony development research. Let's have this guy build research stations first, because the only other resources there are minerals and trade. Trade I have to do a starbase to grab, but the minerals are I already have 135 getting produced every month, so there's not a huge reason to keep gathering those. Built up, right? It is, okay. Let's look at our defense platforms. Okay, it looks like we have... Okay, so we upgrade our crafters. What about our lasers? We're still stuck with the red lasers, okay. We could change these out for coil guns. I prefer the laser. I prefer using lasers in my ships, and so we're going to stick with that for now. It's just my preference. We're going to upgrade the reactors on our other ships as well. Alright. Now what the reactors do, giving them more power allows us to access later on. It also increases all the general stats on the ship. The more power you have, the more damage you do, the goes a little bit faster. It's just a general overall improvement to upgrade the reactor. You also have the
construction
missiles,
complete.
The better missiles just do more damage. That's a pretty straightforward bonus there. For some reason I decided to go after that one before those two. No idea why I did that, but... Alright, let's get databank uplinks. That's going to give us the 10% extra output on our research stations.
Construction complete.
Which will help our research to go by faster. Okay. And then we're going to let them take over that system. So we'll leave that there for now. We have close borders with both
Ships
of these
refitted.
nations, and so we don't have to worry about them coming up and getting Kai Draconis yet. And if I remember right, okay, yeah, there's a Leviathan and Miram, so we're going to leave Miram alone for the time being, because we absolutely do not have
construction
the forces
complete.
to take out a Leviathan. Hey, these guys are a lot like me. Oh, but they're egalitarians and we're authoritarians, so we are not going to get along very well. We're both xenophobic, so that's exciting. Oh, what a bummer. They kicked my guy out. You know what? We are going to go ahead and try to colonize this planet, primarily because, first of all, it's a 60%, which is actually pretty high for... Why am I so low on alloys? %60 is not bad for this early in the game, as I was saying. And it also has a negative modifier with the hostile fauna. Sometimes when you settle on worlds with negative modifiers, they'll give you events that will let you get rid of those modifiers. Hopefully this is one of those cases. If not, well, shit happens. Whatever the case, there's also technologies that will increase the habitability of the planet as we
Construction complete.
Plus, it looks like it's the most habitable planet I've actually found so far, so hey, can't go wrong with that, right? Okay, so with the other empire right there, whatever they're called, the Ravenar Coalition, because they're there, we're going to build a bastion over here in Pollux, and that's going to at least slow them down if they try to invade my empire. It's very similar to what we did up here in Sigma Draconis. And we can't upgrade those in Starholds yet, right? Yeah, unfortunately not. Okay. What you can do is we can go over here into... Actually, let's do it in Zoltan, since that's what we're building a planet already. Or we're building a colony already. And we're going to upgrade this to a starport as well. And then we're going to turn that one into a trade hub. So we can grab the 7 trade over here in these systems. Already got our pilgrim back. These are level 4 scientists. Let's send them after that level 4 anomaly.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Is working on 6178-3B to reach an unstable section of the ruins. However, we developed an unorthodox and brilliant way of providing structural support. So, cool, we got a bunch of extra clues from that. That'll help us to get to the next stage of the archaeological dig faster. Oh crap, you know what? There's a couple more systems we could survey, so let's go survey those first. Oh, that's right, we're on a tomb world, I forgot. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, our food production's a little bit low.
Construction complete.
That's not generally something you have to really work on. I think we're going to go ahead and run with the generator district. A gun battery and a missile battery in our bastion, along with a target uplink computer.
Construction complete.
To make sure that their things get in range faster. Now, unfortunately, we're blocked in by
Science
these
Division
3
report
empires.
success.
They're stopping all of our further exploration. So we're gonna have to fix that here in a couple of years. Unfortunately, that means we're gonna have to go to war. Let's see. For our next engineering research, let's go with the railgun. What this is going to do is it's going to end up putting us on a ballistic
construction
weapons track,
complete,
which is fine. I mean, I prefer lasers, but we don't have to do that. I can switch them over to ballistic weapons if we need to. It is going to make our ships more powerful, even though it's not necessarily
Science
the way I
Division
would have preferred
reports
to
a
build
new
them.
breakthrough.
For this, let's go ahead and do the resource silo for now. Actually, yeah, let's do resource silo for now. The trade hubs, until you get to the off-world trading company, there's really not a whole lot of great buildings you can stick on them, because a lot of the buildings are military based. You have their communications jammer, your uplink computer, your disruption field generator, which are all great if it was military based, but it's not. Even so.
Construction complete. Science Division reports success.
Do we have modes? Oh, we do have a mode. I'll have to go and grab that here in a few, but for now let's do improved deflectors. Alright, clearing away the rubble is a painstaking and risky business. Workers and equipment have been hoisted down hundreds of meters to the dig site. Rubble is being lifted out. There have been numerous casualties and accidents while working in these trying conditions, but progress is being made, and every day we venture deeper, as we should. The walls of the crater are worn and cracked, but they plunge unerringly straight down to the planet's core. So that's interesting. Got a bunch of minor artifacts out of it, which is pretty cool. Okay, this construction ship, I don't have anything for him to build on right now. I could try to expand into those systems, but that would take a little while for him to move him over. I think I'll move him into Pollux instead and see if we can snag this system before the coalition does. How powerful am I? Where I'm equivalent to all of them? So it looks like the coalition is the strongest in comparison to me. They have the better fleet, but less technology. The free traders are equivalent to me in every way, but the hegemony, the Great Zukakan hegemony, is equivalent to me in every way except economic power, in which they're inferior. So that makes them the weakest empire that I'm going to face. They're not superior to me in any way, and they're inferior to me in one way. So the hegemony is going to be the one that I'm going to want to take on if I end up needing to do that. What's my naval capacity at? 30? Okay. So we can expand that by a few ships. We'll build as many as we can, and we'll just build more as we happen to have the resources. In fact, let's go to the market and let's sell some minerals and see if we can get those resources. Not quite all of them, but we got a few. It's interesting that highlights because it doesn't let you go anywhere when you click it. Unfortunately, because humans have a continental world preference, you can see right there they prefer continental worlds. That means that worlds like tundras and deserts are going to end up being very inhospitable to them, just because the climates are so different. Whereas tropical worlds, like the one we're going to settle here, and whenever that colony ship shows up, the ISS Isis, that's an awful name for a colony ship. Holy crap. Anyway, this is very similar to a continental world, and so I get higher habitability with it. Looks like the governor just died. So 2 of them are giving me clear Brockler cost decreases. which would be nice if I was dealing with a lot of new colonies, but I'm not. I'm only going to deal with one new colony. This guy, however, is going to give me additional research from all types. And he's also the oldest, though, and that's a bummer. We're going to go with him because he's the only one that's given us a really tangible bonus with his traits. So even though he is older than the other two, he's going to end up being the best choice for us. And it looks like my Grand Marshal is only 57, so he's going to live for another 33 years at least. Sans some horrible accident happening, so that will definitely help. Replacing the leader of the nation is always the most annoying person to have to replace, because it usually ends up taking another leader from one of your other areas. And losing a scientist at this point, or a governor, or even my admiral would be a huge pain, so I'd rather not do that. I don't know why I'm still paused. I didn't realize I was still paused.
Our pioneers have made planetfall.
Oh good, we're only a couple months
Construction
away from our next
complete.
edition, so that'll be pretty awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and delete this construction ship now. With our borders pressing up against starting to press up against our neighbors, there's really not a good need to have multiple construction ships. There's also the fact that making
Construction
my fleet
complete.
larger is taking up the vast majority of my alloys, so I can't afford to build any other star bases at the moment. So. Okay, so it looks like we've hit toxic waste and
System reconnaissance completed.
and it's dangerously irradiated, so that's going to affect the archaeological dig we have going on. It's up here in
Construction
61 Sydney.
complete.
Oh good, we have enough alloys to expand that system, so we'll go ahead and do that. Just to grab the energy and the trade, if nothing else. And then we're going to have to come in here. We want to update some of this technology that... Oh, here's this interesting. Fanatic xenophobes and pacifists. I'm not going to get along with anybody in this game, I swear. Okay. So we're going to upgrade our computers from basic combat computers to the combat computer with the swarm functionality. What that does is it gives our ship various benefits like increased fire rate and increased evasion. The better armor just gives it more armor, which helps it stay alive. We're going to wait to replace the guns until later, until we have those raw guns. And then we're going to come into this one. We're going to also give it a swarm computer as well as the better armor. Oh, apparently this one is still being built by our shipyard, so we're going to have to wait until it's finished to save. There we go. Let's come down to our defense platforms. And here with the platform combat computer, it gives it a better firing rate, but instead of evasion it does tracking, because defense platforms can't evade anything, they can't move, so that's pretty nice about the different combat computers, is they each provide their
Construction
own benefits.
complete.
Okay. Oh, it looks like I had to wait one more month. I thought we had a tradition, but apparently not. It's going to take 390 alloys to upgrade our fleet so far, so we're going to have to wait to do that for a little while. Okay. So now Science Division, that increases the number of technologies we can choose from when we're selecting our research. It's also going to increase the level cap for our scientists, which is pretty helpful. Are these two? No, they okay. So these two empires right here have the same color for the inside of their empires. Their border color, if you look closely, is slightly different. So that means that they're not in a federation, that they are separate. Which is beneficial, because if they're in a federation, I'd actually have some cause to worry.
Anomaly found.
Looks like this commonality is actually super weak in comparison. Holy crap. But unfortunately, to get to them, I'd have to go through the coalition, which, if I remember right, okay, it looks like they're equivalent to us in every way, but still, that makes them something of a threat. Free traders are still equivalent to us. These guys are a little bit inferior to us, but not too much. Okay, for our next building here on Earth, we need two things. First of all, we need a much better alloy production, because 17 alloys a month just is not cutting it. And I'm gonna turn this music down more, because holy crap, I feel like no one's gonna be able to hear me over it. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that. Okay. Good lord. Okay. We have to have better alloy production, but we're also over our empire's administrative capacity, which means that the cost for traditions, technologies, and campaigns, which is when you replace your leader, is going up. As much as I hate the extra costs toward traditions and technologies, I'm going to have to go with alloy production, because that's the one that's going to hurt us here in a minute, especially as we start fighting in some wars. And that's the one that I'm feeling hurt by at the moment.
Construction complete.
Actually, let's move it down there.
Recon pass completed.
Alright, we're going to start a recycling campaign to reduce the number of consumer goods we use. We're also going to... We're going to do our research subsidies edict. That's going to increase our research output by 10%, but it's also going to increase their upkeep. So this one, the research subsidies edict, stays in effect until it's cancelled. This one does not, but it has a cancellation date of in 2238. So there's different types of edicts, and each one has their own pluses and minuses. Yeah, and unfortunately, I started the upgrade of our fleet a little bit early, which means that I didn't have enough alloys to cover the upgrades at that moment. And so what it did is it pulled as many alloys as it could, and then as I get more alloys, it's pulling them to get my ships upgraded. Oh hey, we finished an excavation. Let's see what we found. So we found the bottom of the crater where we found an ancient drilling machine of colossal proportions slumbering in the dark. It carried a tremendous fusion bomb set for remote detonation. The going theory is the drilling machine was supposed to dig itself down to the planet's core and detonate its payload, which would result in shattering the entire world. Why someone would want to do that is unclear. But hey, it gives us the option to go for deep core mining, and it gives us a boost when we research that technology. So that's pretty cool. Got some cool
Science
stuff out
Division
of it.
report success.
She's a level 5 scientist, so let's send her to our level 5 anomaly to research it. Over here, we're gonna have these guys research adaptive bureaucracy. That'll help our admin capacity. And let's go ahead and... One of the big dangers in war is that people could potentially bypass your Bastion star bases and then go in toward your undefended systems on the inside of your empire. FTL inhibition stops that from happening. It makes it so that they can't bypass your star base. They have to capture it first before continuing. Alright, we're going to grab that because it's actually pretty helpful, and we really should make sure we get it. Fortunately, it doesn't look like they're trying to seize this system yet, which is nice because it's going to be a good one to grab. Unfortunately, we don't have enough alloys to build the star base yet. Now we do. Excellent. In preparation for our war, we're probably going to have to invade a planet, so we're going to want to start recruiting armies. Now, this is the mod that I had that affected the checksum that made it to where we couldn't get achievements. It adds different kinds of armies. You can see there's 7 different types of armies I can build. Everything from assault armies to special forces to tanks to draftees to heroes. For this, we are going to build 5 assault armies. Let's do 2 armored divisions. And that should be more than enough. The armored divisions do a lot more damage and they have a lot more health, but they also have higher upkeep. The assault armies are basically there to be the shield for the armored divisions so they don't get wiped out. The assault armies will hopefully get wiped out first.
Construction complete.
Enabling the armored divisions to do as much damage as possible before they start getting hit.
Science Division report success.
Okay, for our ships, it's nice that we have increased alloy production now, but you know what, we really probably should go for destroyers.
Special project complete.
Those, that's going to be a boon to our naval forces. Okay, well that removed the physics boost that we were getting to that star, but instead it was replaced with an energy production boost of 13, so that's pretty fantastic. See, this is level 6 scientists that send him to our level 6 anomaly. I'd have to pause this game, I'll be right back. You can't pause it? Okay, never mind. I'm not going to pause it because apparently you can't do that with this
Construction complete.
recording software. Alright, we're going to move our... Oh, good. We can declare them arrival without moving our envoy.
New sit rep.
Let's see, what is my policy on orbital bombardment?
Construction
Okay.
complete.
Okay, so let's pull our construction ship back. Because if these guys declare war on us for some reason, I don't want my guys to, or my construction ship to be knocked out.
New sit rep.
Oh, there's a naval base there. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, we're going to move our strike force down here and get ready to declare war on the hegemony.
Special project complete.
Excellent. Let's send you down to investigate that anomaly. This is allowing me to check the status of my economy. So it shows I'm pulling in a total of 39 trade value across all of my star bases. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have this guy build a mining
Special
station there so we
project
can
complete.
start grabbing that, Come on, man, work with me here. There we go. Okay. We're gonna have him start building the, energy. Sorry, the mining station there. Holy crap, it looks
We have
like
claimed
that
a new
molten world
world.
is almost touching that star. That is nuts. That's gotta be a rendering error, but still, holy crap. Yeah, it doesn't say anything in the description, so it's gotta be rendering error. Okay, we got a new colony. Excellent.
New sit rep.
So with these guys, let's build a city district. That'll increase the housing and the number of jobs available. We're also going to want to increase the amount of food production we have, so let's give them an agricultural district as well. Okay, how big's my army? Alright, my army is almost finished being built. We're going to need to get a general for that, but that can wait for a minute. Unfortunately, I don't have the technology to get a good
Special
look at their
project
systems
complete.
before we attack, but... Well, that's interesting. Hey, yeah, this guy's some new weapons. Alright,
Construction complete.
let's come down here and go to war. As soon as my guys are in position, we'll declare war and invade. We'll start with Clue and make our way up from there. We're going to try and make these guys into a tributary. We can't ask for that? What a bummer. Okay, well, I guess that we're just going to, we'll have to try and conquer some of their planets, I guess. That's really the only other way to do it. I really like making empires tributaries. That's my preferred way of conquering. Keeps my empire manageable while allowing me to rob other empires of their resources. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's gonna be given to me as an option.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Oh hey, terraforming would be a fantastic thing to grab. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So let's start moving our armies down here. Let's give them the general first, and then we'll start moving them down. Here we go. This is Real Young General, and his perk gives him an extra long lifespan. So that's pretty cool. We'll have him for quite a while. Let's move him down. Alright. Misaki Kato is ready to go lead this fleet to victory. Let's go make some claims. So we're going to claim Clue, Slut, or Siet, or however you pronounce it, and Targan. Those three we have to get, because that's going to open us up to the rest of the galaxy. Let's see, let's go for Alioth. Actually, not Alioth. Let's go for Vimas. And, okay, I guess that's going to be it. We can go for Alioth then, if it's going to restrict us. So we just claimed those 5 systems. Yeah, 5. So now if we go to war and we capture those 5 systems and then declare peace, we'll be able to hold on to them, which will be pretty nice. So let's do that. We claimed him. Now let's go to war and conquer our claims.
Standing by to commence offensive operations. Weapons free. Repeat, weapons free.
Sometimes you have to unpause it and wait a day or two in
Science
the
ship
game
reports
to
enemy contact.
get that to change.
Taking evasive action. New sitrep.
Okay, apparently there are alien menaces in one of my systems. So that's awesome. I don't know what. The only way I would be able to fight that is with the strike force I literally just declared war on this guy with. So, yeah, you know what? We're just gonna have to let that system go without for a while. There's nothing else we can do there.
Tracking enemy fleet.
Let's see, are these guys? Yeah, they're attacking my starbase, and my starbase doesn't stand a chance. They're 10 times more powerful. What a bummer. Alright, so we're going to come in here, we're going to knock out that starbase right off the bat. I wonder what that starbase has on it. So it has... actually has some pretty good missiles and lasers on it. Holy crap. I was hoping to look to see if it had a gun battery or something on it, but I guess I'll have to find out. Yeah, unfortunately there's not a great way for me to get my construction site ships through that system, so we're going to have to wait on there. Down here, so it looks like we've captured the system, and now let's look at the world. So they're still colonizing this planet, so there's not even any armies on that planet yet, so there probably won't be by the time our fleet, our army gets down there, so we're just going to leave that alone. We're going to bypass it, we're going to go straight for Siet. The nice thing about Siet is you see here it has an observation post, which means that we're going to be able to increase our society research by a ton, because we're going to be able to observe a primitive society in its native habitat. Oh, look at that, they're molluscoids. Okay, here we're going to get the Polytechnic education that increases the rate at which our leaders gain experience and their level cap. Hopefully we can get that discovery tradition soon. Alright, looks like they sent a fleet of their own to fight us this time. Oh no, they're trying to jump over into our systems. Alright, noting that, let's pull those guys back to Sigma Draconis. Alright, we have taken them. Now let's send you up there to try and attack the enemy fleets. I don't think that that station is going to stop them from moving. Xenophilic spiritualists. That's interesting. They have a gateway. I wonder how I made contact with them. They're that far out. That's interesting. Come on. Get him. They're not going to get them. Not before they jump.
Tracking enemy fleet. Station reports enemy contact. Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Unfortunately, my station doesn't stand much of a chance there. Unless you build stations for defense, they're not great at defending. Excellent. So, wait, did they just leave? Are you kidding me? They just emergency FTL'd out of there? Okay. In my opinion, that was a profoundly stupid idea on their part. Holy crap. But hey, alright, whatever. More power to them, I suppose. Now they're going to end up popping out over here by that station. And we know that because it's the closest station these guys control to the system they just emergency FTL'd out of. You have a shipyard down there? Oh. Oh, that's their system, okay. Now, if we can keep this war going long enough, we might be able to claim that system too, and then go ahead and we need 288 influence. If we can claim this system as well and then capture it, then we'll be able to hold it. Not hold it, that's not the word I'm looking for. We'll be able to, yeah, so we'll capture it in the war, but then we'll also be able to destroy their empire because they won't have any colonized systems left that have not been captured. So that's something that we'll want to try and do as soon as possible. Come on, guys. Emergency FT out again, I dare you. Dare you to leave. Apparently not. Alright, so that was short-lived. Send you guys up to Alioth. We're gonna have our armies capture this colony down here, and then we'll move it up to there. And we're absolutely going to keep this war going until we're able to claim this system, so we can just go ahead and capture it and be done. If I can't have a tributary, I'm more than happy to have a bunch of free systems. You know what? We're going to delete this construction ship since we're not able to use it. And we'll build another one over here. Looks like we did have lost
Science
one
Division
ship.
report
Let's
success.
go and replace that.
All sword ground elements are dropping on target. Ground objective secured.
Well done.
Fleet action underway.
Okay, so what's going on here? We have a fleet of 700 ships there, or 700 fleet power there. Looks like we're gonna wipe the floor with them. The one thing that worries me is that my armor is taking quite a bit of damage, and that's going to weaken my fleet until I stop them at a station to let them repair. In fact, I've lost 5 ships because the armor was knocked out. I should be good enough to take on these 2 fleets and the starbase, though. I better be good enough, because if I'm not, I'm SOL. Unfortunately, it's not looking very good. I maybe should have taken the time to repair before pushing forward. Although, it looks like their starbase is getting destroyed now. So maybe we'll be able to pull out a victory. If we do, it'll be a very slight victory. Yep, we got it. We're good. Whew. Got it. Okay. So you are going to go repair the heck out of your ship. Send to orbit around the space station, and we'll do it that way. I need this guy to come around and start researching debris. Researching debris is good because it gives you research boosts with your own technologies, especially with technologies that they have, that your enemy has, that you do not yet. Yeah, let's get more energy credits out of technicians. Let's move these armies forward. And how heavily fortified is their homeworld? Not very. They have 4 armies, although they are very strong armies, so they're stronger than my armor divisions. Holy crap. Alright. We're going to want to... Oh, they're already repaired? Holy crap. Cool. Alright. Alright, and then we just ordered replacements for all the ships we lost. Let's get you guys over here. Let's get you to start bombarding their planets. And just enter orbit around the planet. Don't start attacking it yet. What we're going to do is we're going to knock out the we're going to knock out their planets. We're going to damage their planetary defense armies. See, they're already taking damage. We're devastating their planet as well, which is going to reduce the usefulness of it. And the reason we're doing that is because we're going to, it's going to make it a lot easier to invade here in a minute. Excellent. We just made a claim against their homeworld, which means that we're going to be able to keep the system once we seize it. Why isn't CU Station building any of the replacement ships? Where's Zukai and Mondor? They're both closer than Seoul. I wonder if it has something to do with them being captured systems instead of systems already owned. Unfortunately, corvettes are not super great at bombarding planets. This is probably going to take a minute. Passive observation gets us less society
Battle
research
debris
out of
secured.
observing the primitive civilization that we have here in Seattle. But it's going to also make it so that the civilization doesn't notice that we're there, which is something that my xenophobes would prefer. This guy and I are not going to get along. That's interesting. Oh yeah, the L gate. I love the L gates. Unfortunately, there's none nearby me. Okay, we can analyze the debris. So we're good to go ahead and move on. How are we doing on the bombardment? So we're at 14% now. Their first army is about half dead. If we had cruisers or battleships, this would be going so much faster, but we don't, so, yeah. Let's come over here to Kai Draconis. We're going to build an anchorage in there.
Battle debris secured. Science Division report success.
Excellent, we can terraform planets now. And let's get colonial
Science Division
centralization.
reports a new breakthrough.
Spiritualist egalitarians, we're probably not going to get along. I'm not going to get along with anybody, holy hell. I guess that's what I get for playing a xenophobic empire.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
What? What? Damn it, son of a bitch. Alright, unfortunately, one of the things the game does is when you reach 100% war score up here, the enemy automatically concedes defeat. Which, if we had captured Zukai Mondor, would be just fine, but we didn't, therefore it didn't come with us because they still controlled the planet. On one hand, this means that we got the systems we originally declared war for, and we now have another avenue out into the galaxy. On the other hand, it means that we did not get the victory we wanted, nor the victory I would have hoped for. This is actually a serious flaw in the game that I wish the developers had designed differently. Just because I can get exactly what I wanted at the beginning of the war from them, doesn't necessarily mean that's what I also want by the end of the war. Unfortunately, that's where we are, so. And since I'm not a major streamer, I'm not likely to get anyone at Paradox to actually care about that request. So, let's move on. How large is that fleet? 1.1 thousand power. Why is it so big? Holy hell. Okay. We're going to send these guys out to Sol. And we're gonna leave that there. See station. This guy. Alright, yeah, this station needs to die. So does that station. Okay. That's gonna put us back under our starbase limitation. And we are gonna want starbases down here. We just don't want them right this second. Oh, that's pretty cool. We're not gonna have rights and stuff there. Holy crap, this is a Gaia world? Holy... Wow. Alright then. Cool. Alright, so let's build a city district and a couple of generator districts. I'm going to definitely need some more bureaucratic centers here in a minute. Let's also... Let's declare martial law. That'll help to increase the stability on the planet.
Battle debris secured.
And then we'll do information quarantine. That'll also help to increase stability across all my planets.
Construction complete.
Let's bring my armies back to Seoul. Never before have I been so disappointed by the outcome of a victorious war. What a bummer,
Construction complete.
Alright. So we wanted this guy to become an anchorage.
Battle debris secured.
Now, one nice thing about building the starbase here is this system had pretty high trade value. It had a trade value of 5. And this by building a station there, even though it does not have a trade hub, we're still able to get the trade value and send it back to our home world. So that's pretty cool. Currently sitting at 32. It would be higher, but these two aren't transmitting any trade value to us because of that hostile fleet. Let's see, Seoul's shipyard is not building anything, so we're going to need to change that. Trumpet class. I do not like that name at all. Okay, let's go with the pickets. I always make my destroyers into picket ships. It helps keep my other ships alive. What picket ships do is they intercept missiles and other projectiles that bypass your shields. And it destroys them so that the enemy has to go through your shields. Picket computer, which gives it extra firing rate and extra tracking. Alright, and we don't want any of the auxiliary components, so we're going to go ahead and save that, and we're good to go. Now we do have better equipment for our other vessels. We can upgrade our shields and our lasers on them. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, and so now let's go ahead and destroyer. So our naval capacity is still 30, unfortunately. That's where building the anchorage is going to come in. So because of that, we're not going to want to actually add those ships, those destroyers, to our fleet yet. We need to increase our naval capacity first.
Battle debris secured.
Or our naval maintenance is going to go through the roof really, really freaking fast. What we can do is we can order our ships to upgrade once they get there, and that'll at least make this fleet more powerful. And let's go ahead and let's send our envoy over here to harm relations. And can we declare a rivalry with them, or are we already rivals?
Battle debris secured.
Why won't you make me let them become rivals? Oh, there we go.
Construction complete. Battle debris secured.
Oh hell, are you kidding me? I had to go to war with these guys again just to be able to go through their systems again. Alright, let's at least get my science ship out of there before
complete.
we have to close my borders off.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Okay. So let's get more energy credits on my technicians again. That's always a good one to grab. And then I also said that we had a tradition we could grab. So we have our faith in science. What that's going to do is it's going to decrease our researchers' upkeep by 20%, which is fantastic. Finishing up the discovery tree gets us 10% research speed. Also gets us another ascension perk. For this one, let's go with... We're going to go with one vision. This gets us a lot of extra unity, plus 10% a month, plus less amenities usage and more governing ethics attraction, which will help to prevent any rebellions. So we're going to grab that one. The main attraction there being, of course, the extra unity. Okay. And you're going to go do that. So those guys are over there, so they're going to start getting upgraded. I need to get the Starhold technology when I have a chance. It'll allow my star bases to become significantly better. Allow them to double in size and stuff, so that'll be awesome. Oh, excellent. Okay, so we have a bunch of extra naval capacity now because of our encourage, and so we can come over here and add a destroyer. We're going to actually increase that to 5 destroyers. Sure. Cool. Spiritualist pacifists. We're going to reinforce as many as we can. However, we are low on alloys, and so we're not going to be able to reinforce all of them at once, unfortunately. We might be able to buy some alloys and fix that. Yeah, we can do that.
Construction complete.
Oh, those guys are gonna stop us from exploring down there. That sucks. Okay.
Construction complete.
Start trying to go there, I guess. All I want to do is keep surveying planets. Is that so much to ask, guys? Come on. Okay. Authoritarian xenophile materialists. Now you can see how I'm
Ships
faring.
refitted.
So you can see there's a series of empires I'm either superior, that I'm pretty superior to, but there's also the rest of the empires I'm equivalent to. All in all, I'm probably on the my empire's probably about average at the moment in terms of technology, economy, and fleet power. We're not doing super fantastic, like we're not ahead of anybody, but we're not doing super awful either.
Construction complete. Science Division report success.
Unfortunately, it did not give us the option to go after those star holds, so we're gonna get some gas extraction wells. That's going to allow us to get exotic gas, which is a very valuable resource that is going to help us a lot in the later game. Okay, there's nothing else this guy can grab. Let's move you down there so you can grab that exotic gas when you have a chance. Oh, good lord. This is going to take forever. Okay. Let's turn off the upgrades and let's send our strike force out to go knock out this fleet, and then we can bring them back to finish getting the rest of their ships and finish upgrading. So the recycling campaign is a fantastic edict to do, but it's one that you have to keep renewing every 10 or 12 years or so. Let's start working on terraforming this desert world. We're going to try and turn it into a continental world.
Inbound message traffic.
Yeah, sure. I'd love a gift for you guys. Thank you. Who's the Year Council again? You guys? Hey, you know what? It does not hurt to get an ally. Alright, so we just formed a non-aggression pact with these guys, the Year Council, and we're improving our relations with them. Currently they're receptive, which is pretty cool. Hopefully as that gets better, we'll be able to start working together on a few things.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
No, I never did. I never looked at the species rights for all the Xenos I just inherited. They're slaves, basic subsistence. You know, we're going to, instead of chattel slavery, which is your classic slavery, work in mines, work the fields, that sort of thing, instead of that, we're going to go for indentured servitude. That means that they're still slaves, but they're able to be trained to do skilled labor, such as the specialist jobs and whatnot. They also get more political power than a slave would normally have, which is just still not very much, but it's more. All in all, it's a better deal for them. And it's going to actually help my empire quite a bit. We're at 43 pops over here. Let's go ahead and let's upgrade that, but let's also resettle 2 of our human pops to Bidrison. Oh, we already do have a human over there. That's cool. We're going to move 2 more. Okay. Now what that does for us, it first of all opens up another slot. It also allows us to specialize the planet into a certain designation. In this case, we're going to make it a generator planet. Or generator world, which is going to give us a boost to the building speed of our generator districts. It's also going to increase our technicians' output by 20%. As for our new building, we really need administrative capacity. And unfortunately, I do not have... There's a certain building you can build, I forget what it's called, an energy grid that will boost the effectiveness of your generator districts. We do not have that building yet, so because we don't have it yet, I'm going to do the administrative office instead. That's going to give me the benefit I need now rather than me hoping to get the benefit I want later. Let's also rename this world. Let's make it something Terran. We'll name it St. Casper. Let's give it its own sector. There's a more Alveo.
Taking evasive action.
Here we go. Oh. Well, yeah, fall back. Go survey that system instead. Okay, and this guy is finished with that, so you go investigate the debris from the battle and then do the tree. Okay, good. Did we make this? We did not. Okay. Let's create a new sector for it. That'll allow us to give it a governor, which will give it better stats. Wow, 2 of these governors are really old. One of them's kind of not old. We're gonna go with Madi Al. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Because he has the Iron Fist trait, which gives us a better slave population resource output. And since that's the only world we have with slaves on it, that's where we're going to stick him. Let's see, we're at 78 stability. We can probably get rid of that martial law. That end martial law on that planet. Yep, and we kept high stability, so we're good to go there. We still have a little bit of crime, but that's going to go away as the system becomes more and more stable, which is just going to come with time. This guy, let's go survey that system. Shabtak Dynamics. Xenophobic militarist. The materialists. I might be able to get along with these guys. You stay out of my way, I'll stay out of yours. Oh, nope, just kidding. They're a vassal. Okay. Alright, well, if they're making us their rival, then we'll make them our rival. How many rivalries is this for us?
Battle debris secured.
Terran Alliance. So we have 3 rivals. And there's 4 people rivaling us. The Greater Zukokan Hegemony is still trying to rival us, even though I didn't think I was allowed to rival them anymore. Or maybe they built themselves back up enough that I can. Oh, I can only have 3 rivals. Okay, well. How long until I can cover on them? 22:45? Okay, that's going to have to wait till next time. We will be making these guys a tributary. We're going to try and do the same thing to these guys, although they're still equivalent to us, so that's going to be much more difficult. These guys are starting to get a little bit less equivalent, so they're starting to get a little inferior. So what about these guys? They're equivalent to us? Okay. Yeah, let's get a research agreement with them. What is that? A favor? Okay. So yeah, let's get a research agreement and a commercial pact going with them. Even though my nation typically would not want to do that.
Science ship reports enemy contact.
It's turned out to be beneficial this
Science
time,
ship
especially
lost
since
with all
they're...
hands.
Oh, you're shitting me, man. Holy crap. 2 bad jumps right in a row. Alright, well, that sucks. Having the Wairu Council on my side is going to give me a pretty large and very good sized ally here in a minute, which is going to really help if I get in over my head on something. At least that's the hope. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pause this and end here in a minute. Let's finish up what we need to do right now, and then we will go ahead and close up. How close are we on the 21 months? Okay. We're going to move our construction ship over here to wait on getting the gas extraction technology, since I don't have anything better for him to do. Alright, and it looks like we are good to go ahead and leave it off today. So today we played from 2220 to 2240, about 6 months into the year both times. And as we can see, our Terran Alliance has grown in military and economic power. We won a war against the hegemony. We didn't get quite what we wanted, but we got quite a bit, and we did get a great colony, some safe population stuff that's going to help to build us up. Overall, this has been a pretty good 20 years for us, and as we go through all these different kinds of growing pains, we're going to be able to hopefully build a tributary empire out of all these surrounding empires, to where the Terran Alliance will dominate the galaxy. At least that's the hope. That's what we're going to go for, and we will have to keep playing through to see if that's what we're able to do. Alright, thank you all for watching me. If you like this content, go ahead and like and subscribe. If you have any comments or suggestions on how I can improve my playthrough, go ahead and leave them in the comments, and we'll see you later. Thanks, goodbye.